Hello tacticians, in this video we're going to look at the preparation required needed to unlock Dante, who is the newest legendary for the Blood Angels. Yep, that's right, they get two. Tough luck everyone else. As always, thank you to everyone who supports the channel, whether it's through subscribing or use my friend code, as it really does help me out. So why is Dante so good? Well, he basically does everything. He deep strikes in. He has final vengeance, so when you finally do kill him, he'll attack you back. He has flying, rapid assault for that additional movement, and of course extra damage in the first attack of combat, and terrifying, so he takes less damage in melee. On top of that, his active also gives him infiltrate and does melter damage, as well as reducing the damage that the enemies do. And his passive just gives other friendly units within 2 hexes who have rapid assault or flying extra damage, and if they are at or below 50% health, they also get an additional melee hit. So it's quite a kit. If you've ever thought you wanted Khan mixed with Eldrian, this is that guy. But I will actually be doing a deeper dive into Dante in a later video. This is all about what you need to do to actually unlock him. And to do that, we're going to go to my favourite website, the Tacticus Planner app, to have a look. On that website, you'll either have to add your characters manually, or very recently they have added in the ability to sync to the Tacticus API, so it grabs all your characters, inventory, campaign progress, and even what you've raided daily. All you need to do is click on the link to acquire your API key, follow all the steps there, they are very straightforward, paste your key into where it says your API key, and of course click sync. That will then get all your characters into this app, which is then going to unlock pretty much any planning that you want to do in game. But we're here to look at Dante's LRE, which you can find by going to Plan, LRE, Dante. Here you can have all 3 tracks open to you, but we'll look at each one in turn. So here on Alpha, we can see that for the maximum 1 hit, my characters are fairly well equipped. I've got up to Diamond 1 on the top 5, and if I scroll down, I can see that if I really wanted to bring in Certus, he's only at Gold 1, so probably best not to bring him in. And it goes along, and I can see everyone. Now, you can see Rapid Assault has the fewest options, followed by Psyker. But what you can do, if you want to try and combine any of these, you can just click on the track. So if I wanted Rapid Assault with a maximum 1 hit, I've only got Matenio and Godswell, so that's not a combination I can use. But if I used Rapid Assault and Power, it shows that I've got these 3. And bear in mind, whenever you do a mission, you need the minimum of 3 characters to take part. So obviously, once you've got your characters loaded in, you can play around with this and actually see, well, hang on, I'm not so powerful in this area, I'll bring that character up. So I'm going to go across to beta and actually show you what I need to do. In beta, even my choices are limited. There's only 5 active characters you can use for Deep Strike, Get Stuck In, and Chain Damage. So that is where I'm going to be trying to bring up a few character levels. And if you're wondering what the A and P are with the numbers next to them, that's the active ability and the passive ability. Obviously, you'll need to take into account your own roster as to who you are going to focus on. If you've already got 4 people at gold and 1's at bronze, you may be fine just carrying on with those 4 rather than getting that bronze 1 character leveled up. If all of them are very low, try to get them all up to a decent level, say silver 1, or if you can push it to gold 1, so much the better. Moving on to Gamma, we have a few more choices, but there are 2 tracks, the Terminator and Flame, which are again very limited. But as you can see, I'm in a fairly good position here as well, so as I said before, all of my attention is going to be on the beta track. But if you're really stuck on who you should be leveling up, you can have a look at the leaderboard. This gives you a point score of each character that you own to show you how useful they're going to be in this LRE. However, as it does say here, take the list with a grain of salt. Not everyone who scores the most points is the best LRE character. As you can see, we've got Tigerius up here who, well, yeah, he does score a lot of points, but really, is he that good that I want to level him past gold? Probably not. as there are better characters who can do the same that he does, just not in as many tracks. And finally, you have the My Progress tab. This is a way that you can keep track on how far you've got through, or if you're kind of feeling a bit spicy, you can maybe estimate how far you're going to go through. So if you know you've got a great power weapon lineup and you think, well, you know what, I got to rank 10 in the missions against the pay to mine and previous ones, then why not just tick all those down and see where that will get you in your points to unlock him. And if you drop it down, you can say that you are going to complete all 10 of the free missions in the first event. And of course, if you wish to pay for the premium missions or the currency bundle, you can add those in as well, and it will reflect in the status at the top. Using all of this is really a way to enable you to understand where you need to put your resources to gear up your troops better than any list can possibly do, as this will take into account your own characters and where you are gearing those characters up. It's a fantastic tool, and Severin has done a fantastic job creating this and keeping this up to date. And if you really want to show your appreciation to Severin, he has a link here to buy him a trooper, which takes you through to the buymeacoffee.com, and all the details to support him and his website are here. So if you are really excited about Dante and you really want to do your best, I would wholeheartedly recommend this website. It's very easy to use, and once you start using it, I don't think there's any going back. And finally, if you're wondering the minimum that is required to unlock Dante, and we assume that the 10 free missions have been done, then you'll be looking at completing up to mission 8 on all 3 paths, and probably completing 1 or 2 restrictions on mission 9 just to tip it over that 12,500 points that is required to unlock without any purchases. And of course, for those missions 8 and 9, you're probably looking at silver 2 and 3 enemies, so really you're going to want your characters at a minimum average of gold 1. Obviously, if 2 or 3 of them are even higher, so much the better, just to make sure you can complete this. So use this, prepare your characters, and I wish you all the best in unlocking Dante. And remember, this is only the first time he's appearing, there'll be 2 more times to come. If you like these videos, then it would be much appreciated if you at least think about using my friend code, as it really does help me out. Or if you or your guilds are looking for a new home, please reach out to any of the guilds shown, as we'll always welcome new people into our midst. As always, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll be seeing you on the battlefield.